morning, afternoon, night. This is We Are Not Prepared, and we are your hosts, Byron
and Mark Ivy.
Welcome to
We
Not
the Don't drop that don't
Not.
something.
We're not.
We're not prepared.
We're not prepared. I just wanted
Oh, new. That could be a new. Just not.
not prepared.
No, just not. N-O-T.
We just quit speaking the King's English.
What are you eating?
Nothing. Now, I was doing a cough drop.
You're going. Oh, you got a cough, or do you just like to eat them? I used to just like to eat them.
No, I've had the cough from. I mean, it's been like biblical coughing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Although I've never read in the Bible cough at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever read sneezing in the
I've read
Bible?
Mark.
But it's sneezing in the Bible.
Has anyone sneezed? And I don't know, but man, that'd be a gross sneeze. Everyone's hairy. You got the sand everywhere. Like, you know.
Moses went up to the mountain, found the 10 Commandments, and he sneezed.
Yeah. I always wonder, like, that's a good one. Did you just think of that?
I did.
Well, so I've always thought of like when they talk about like, you know, don't envy. What like I always would laugh I'd always laugh about what you would envy back then. You know, like because everything like when you read about it, all I think of is like, God, that sucks. Like having to like take care of your donkeys and like, what if you go like there's no glasses? Everyone's probably blind. Seriously, like how's not everyone classified as blind? Everyone stinks. Everyone's like your mansion is like just a more sand. You know what I mean? It's just everything seems like a nightmare to take care of. Like everything's a huge event, whether it's getting your food. You're like, so I got to go kill and skin. Like
you have canceled the entire biblical history.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't have lasted a day. Like, if God said, hey, Mark, go round up the animals, like,
yeah,
I get scared of looking at lions through the glass, you know?
Now, being blind, does it make you apprehensive around animals?
Yeah, sometimes.
Like somebody's cat, you go over to their house.
Well, yeah, cats, like, they're always up to something. Cats are they're always plotting, I feel like, and they don't like me the second I walk in, you know, and I never know where they are. I'll hear like little like, or like look up at the fridge and for some reason there's a cat on the fridge. I'm like, why? How'd you get up there? Or they disappear for 5 days and then come back. So I'm not a huge cat guy, but what really creeps me out is the stuff I can't see. Spiders, like my wife always finds spiders at our house. Like always. And so at the rate she's finding spiders, that means I've had to miss 1 million spiders. And that creeps me out.
Yeah, you could just be laying there in bed, just having dreams of spiders crawling over you. Sorry to put that visual. It's okay for me to say that, isn't it? Put that visual in your mind.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about put that visual in your eardrum?
Yeah, put that in your eardrum.
Hey, I have a reading I want you to listen to and tell me what you think of it. You ready? Okay. Because we can feel belonging only if we have the courage to share our most authentic selves with people. Our sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance. I will read that again. Hold on there just a second. Because we can feel belonging only if we have the courage to share our most authentic selves with people. Our sense of belonging can never be greater than our level of self-acceptance.
So the key there is your self-acceptance, because if you accept yourself, you get to dictate where and how you belong
and how much you open yourself
and
up.
yeah.
And how, so if I'm worried about you not liking me, for instance, then I might not share anything. The more I don't care about that, the easier it gets for me to share personal things about myself. So I just want to know your thoughts on that.
I think that self-acceptance is probably one of the most faked things in for humankind, you know.
Fake?
I think everyone, like myself and like you, everyone wants to say that they, they're accepting of themselves, like they like themselves, but I don't think they do. Or is it the other way around?
No, I'm going with you on this. This is thought for thinking.
Is it the other way around though? People, I think people self-acceptance. So like, I think deep down, that's everyone's like probably biggest struggle. That then in today's world, you can mask easily with, social media or your camera on your phone. You take a picture and you filter this, filter that. Next thing you know, you're looking like you want to look, and not just like your 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 body type and your looks, but money or your so yeah, self-worth and self-acceptance go hand in hand.
For me, it is a daily, I have to do almost a daily practice. I remember once that this teacher asked me what I thought about something. And I just kind of blew him off. And he goes, no, what do you think about this? And up until that time, I never thought about having a thought that was my own, because all my thoughts were formed on,
Dang.
will people like me? Will people like it? And so he was the first person that asked me, like, what do you think?
Remember what grade you're in? About
I was in high school.
high school?
And so for me, it is a daily discipline to practice. I mean, I could come in and Jasmine's like doesn't speak to me. And so I go, am I doing something? Is this something the matter with me? Am I wrong? Da-da, da-da. And I just start like really analyzing myself. And so I have to really meditate and work on not getting caught in that.
That surprises me. I mean, that goes to show you though that it's a true, I think that's the majority.
Yes.
For sure. That's a deep thought, and my brain's too fried today that's a super deep thought, right? Because I could sit here and talk. There's all these different aspects of your life too to break that down. Like I can pick a few where I have my own thoughts that I can confidently tell you, like, yeah, I'll have my true original thought that I don't care who knows it, but I pick and choose, right?
Yeah.
For sure, pick and choose.
It's it is so true. I just think most of the people, like you look at people that are on TV that
we need to go on a mushroom trip into the wilderness, me and you,
that would be,
and come back without giving.
I can't
just be our true self, authentic 24/7.
I can't do them anymore. I have done mushrooms, but
why can't you do them anymore?
Well, just because I'm in recovery and I just won't take any mood altering chemical because I like it way too much.
Yeah. How long did it take you to stop how long did it take you to stop everything? So like, usually they stop drinking because they're an alcoholic. Well, now they're smoking weed. And then if they're not, so they pick and choose other substances to indulge in.
September 11, 2004.
Yeah.
Are you doing math over there?
No, I was just like, well, that wasn't that other tragedy too. Because
It
giving
was
up shrooms is also a tragedy.
And so I did do a lot of shrooms. I actually
nothing like a little 9/11 humor there, Byron.
Well, you took to the 9/11 humor. I actually one time got arrested after I just took some LSD. And so I was being interrogated while I was
Go on. Oh, man.
Kids do not do drugs because you'll end up on useless podcasts like this.
Talk about the worst day of your life.
It is. So I have many opinions.
Why'd you get arrested?
Because I was actually doing that thing. Some friends I was with were trying to sell a matchbox, like the little matchboxes with the sticks in them.
Yeah.
They had that full of pot. They were trying to sell that to these people. And the narcs and police came
and you're just trying to find your hand. You're getting arrested, not knowing how they're putting handcuffs on. 2 seconds ago, you didn't have hands.
I didn't have hands. Yeah. But I made it through that. Okay. I was much, much younger.
So do you recall, when you would do a psychedelic, like a mushroom or something, because I joke about it, but I have heard that stuff, and I don't know if it's just while you're under the influence of it or, if it shapes the way you were getting it to get messed up though. You weren't trying to think,
but there were
think a different way.
There were periods where there's this whole, there's some books that came out in the 70s, Carlos Castaneda and the Teachings of Don Juan. And it was about this guy getting mystical experiences from Mexico, from mescaline down in Mexico. And so there's this whole spiritual quest. I will say, of all the drugs that I've ever done, that there were beneficial things taking that. But if you're listening, I'm not wanting you to go out and do hallucinogens. This is a whole show in itself.
This is a show for all the young kids out there to go find themselves. Before the lunch bell rings, you eat your little mushroom. You go out to the tunnel slide.
I think kids are on mushrooms anyway, naturally.
Oh gosh, my daughter's on something. She's wild these days. I'm gonna have my hands full. Last night, this isn't a wild story. This is actually just to let you know how out of shape I am. I've been running on the elliptical, and anyone who talks about a runner's high can shut up.
Kiss your blind petunia.
Kiss my blind cheek. And it's I just don't understand it. If I run outside and I'm walking home, a car has asked if I've been okay before. That's a true story. They've asked if I needed help.
Because you're breathing so.
They just looked at me as they were driving by. They didn't they knew just by glancing over he might be in trouble. So I was doing that was a while back. I was doing the elliptical last night. I get done and I'm just sitting. I get off and just immediately sit down on the carpet against the wall, and I'm just bleh. And Evelyn comes in. My daughter, 4-year-old, comes in, takes one look at me, and just goes, "Mama, something's wrong with Dad," and just runs out to go get my mom or to get my wife because she literally thinks something is terribly wrong with me. Wow. Opens the door, looks, "Mama, something's wrong with Dad," and just takes off. And I'm like, "I'm fine."
Our time is out. This has been very quick.
That was a stinker story to end it, but that's all right.
Which one, yours?
That's all right. Get right, church, and let's go home, baby.
Well, if you learned anything today, it is to kiss Mark's
cheek only under the influence of mushrooms.
This has been Byron Jackson
and Mark Ivy.
We are not prepared. Have a good day.